Now we have created the nav bar and also we have created the footer. Now we are going to create this second part. Okay, here I am having this welcome guest, this login, and we are just going to create this one, and then we are just going to create the static data of cards, and also we will be creating this side nav bar, okay, where we are having this delivery brands and also we are having this categories. Now here below this nav I am just going to write the comment. I will be writing here second child. Below this I am just going to create another nav bar. I'll just write here nav. For this I am just going to give the same class. We are having nav bar and nav bar expand large. I'll just write that one. Okay, these are Bootstrap classes. If you don't know, no problem, you can just copy the code from Bootstrap. And also we have seen this one. Okay, when we displayed this nav bar, we are having the same classes. Okay, I'm just writing the same thing. Okay, let me just copy this, and here I'll be pasting that one. Now instead of nav bar light, I'm just going to give here nav bar dark, and instead of this bg info, I'll be writing here secondary. Now inside this nav bar, I'm just going to create UL list, and for this UL we have to give this class. Okay, we have to give this Bootstrap class. I'm just going to write that one nav bar nav, and also I'll be giving margin end, I'll be giving here auto. Inside this UL, I will be creating list items. As of now, I'll just come here. I'll just copy the code from here. I'm just going to paste that one. Now instead of this, here I'll be writing welcome guest. Okay, now whenever user is not login, I will be getting this welcome guest, and once the user is login, I will be getting welcome and that username. When we write PHP code, when we do the coding for login and registration, then we will see how to display that one. Then below this I'm just going to create another li. Now here I'm just going to write here login. Now here also we will be changing the code. Whenever user is login, then this should be changed to logout. If the user is not logged in, then it should be login. I'll come here, I'll refresh this one. Now you can see here I'm having this welcome guest and this login. Now below that we are having this heading and we are having some of the paragraph here. Now here I'll be writing one comment. I'll just write here third child. Now below this I'll just create one div, and for this div I'm just going to give here bg light. Okay, this is going to give me the light gray color. Now inside this I'll be writing h3, and for this I'll be giving the Bootstrap class text center. Inside this I'm just going to copy this, and here I'll be pasting that one. Okay, whatever name you want you can give. As for simplicity, I'm just going to give here hidden store. Now below this I'm just going to create paragraph, and for this also I'm just going to give here text center. Inside this I'm just going to come here. I'll just copy this paragraph, and here I'm just going to paste that paragraph. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, you can see here I'm having that code. Okay, hidden store and paragraph, and also light gray color is being displayed. Now if I zoom in, that color is not displayed, but when I zoom out, here I am having that color. Okay, now we are done with this section, welcome guest and login section. We are having this section. Next we are going to display this cart. Okay, now if you notice here, inside this we are having two sections. First is the product section and second is the side nav bar section. Inside side nav I am having delivery brands and I am having this categories. Okay, so for that now we are going to create one div, and inside that we are going to use Bootstrap row class. Okay, I'll be telling you how to do that. I'll just come here. I'll be writing one comment, and here I'm just going to write here fourth child. Below this I'll be creating one div, and for this div I'm just going to give the class as row. Now whenever we are creating this one, we can give multiple columns inside this. Okay, now whatever columns we are going to give, that should always sum up to 12. So this first column, product column, I'm just going to give 10, and this side nav I will be giving 2. Now here inside this I'm just going to create two divs, and for the first div I'm just going to give here medium 10, and for second div I'm just going to give here 2. Okay, this is the first div container. Whenever we are writing this row, now this two things will come in horizontal row. For first I'm just going to give 10 space, and for second I'm just giving here 2 space. Totally 10 plus 2, it should always sum up to 12. Now inside this we are just going to display all the products. Now inside this we are just going to display the side nav. Now first we are just going to work inside this one. Now inside this column, okay, we should be writing like this. We should give here hyphen, or else we will not get any output. We have to give this hyphen. Okay, this MD stands for medium screen. Inside medium screen, I just want to display like this. Okay, in category 2, when we are making advanced topic, then we will see how to make this website responsive. In that, we will be adding some more classes here so that our website will become responsive. As of now, we are just going to focus on this. I'll just come here. Now if I refresh this, here I am not having any output. But if I just write here H1, here I'll be writing hello. Let me just write here hello, and here I'll be writing hi. I'll just write here hi. I'll save this. I'll refresh this one. Now you can see this is the first section and this is the second section. Now in place of hello, all the products will be displayed, and in place of hi, that Sidenav will be displayed. I'll just remove this H1. Now inside this column, I'm just going to create another div, and for this div, I'm just going to give the class as row. Now whenever we are giving row, as I told you, we should give columns, and inside that column should always sum up to 12. Now here I'm just going to create one div, and for this div I'm just going to give call medium, and here I'll be giving 4. I'm just going to do 3 times because I just want to display 3 cards. You can see 4 plus 4 plus 4, I will be getting 12. Okay, this is how we are going to wrap columns inside this row. Whenever we are wrapping this column inside this row, whatever data we are having here, that will be displayed in horizontal row. Now inside this, we just have to give the cards. Let me just come here. Let me just come to Bootstrap. I'll just search for card. I'll just click on this first option. Here you will be having multiple cards. Okay, based on your requirement, you can select any one of the card. In my project, I'm just going to use this first card. Okay, here you will be having the code. Just copy this one, and inside this column, I'm just going to paste that. From here, I'll just remove this style. I don't want this one. I'll just save this. Now if I come here, if I refresh this one, you can see the first card is been displayed. In the same way, let me just copy the same code here. I'll just copy the card code, and here I'll be pasting that one, and again here I'll be pasting that one. I'll refresh this. You can see here I'm having 3 cards. Now in place of this image, I'm just going to give the source. Here I'll be writing images. I have to come inside images folder, and inside this, let me just write here apple. Here I'll be writing apple.jpg. And for second one, let me just remove this. I'll be writing here images, and next I'm just going to write here capsicum.jpg. I'll save this. I'll refresh this one. Now here I'm having apple. Now here I'm having capsicum. Now let me just give another image here. Now for this first card, I'll just remove this. I'll be writing here images. Let me just write here dairy1.jpg. Okay, these images are already present here, so I'm just giving the random names. I'll refresh this one. Now here I am having this dairy milk. Okay, we are just going to change the stylings. We are going to give some of the stylings for this, and we will make the card in this way. Okay, once we make the static data, then after inserting the products, only admin can insert the product. We are going to make admin dashboard. Only admin will be able to insert the products. So we will see how to insert the products, and after inserting the products inside the database, then we are going to fetch from there, and we will be displaying the dynamic products here. Now if I just copy the same card, let me just copy this column. I'm just going to copy this same column, and again I'll be pasting it here. I'll save this. I'll refresh this one. Now you can see below this I'm having another card, but here I'm not having any spacing for the card. So for that we have to give some of the margin here. Now for this column I'll be giving here margin bottom of 2. I'll be writing margin bottom of 2. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, you can see here I'm having some of the space. Now again I'm just going to paste the card here. Here I'm having this div. Okay, now below this div I will be pasting the card. I'll save this. I'll refresh this one. Now here I am having the same card. Again if I just paste that one, Below this div I'll be pasting that. I'll refresh this. Now here I am having this third card. Now in place of this we are going to display the dynamic data. As of now we are just going to keep this. Now from here I am just going to remove this button. Let me just come on top. First, for all the columns I am just going to add some of the margin. I'll just copy this. Here I am just going to paste, and here I am just going to paste, and again here and here. Okay, later on we will be keeping only one card and all the cards we are going to remove. Okay, so don't worry with this. I'll refresh this one. Now here I am having some margin here. Now from this first card I am just going to remove this. Instead of this I'll be giving here add to cart. Add to cart, and also I'm just going to change the color. I'll be writing here BG info. I'll save this. I'll refresh this one. Now you can see here I am having add to cart button. Next we are having this view more button. So for that I'm just going to copy the same anchor tag. Instead of add to cart I'll be writing here view more, and also I'm just going to change the color. Instead of info I'll be writing here secondary. I'll refresh this. Okay, let me just come to project. I'll refresh this. Now here I am having add to cart, and here I am having this view more. Now we are having, okay, inside anchor tag we are just writing that one, because later on we are just going to give some of the links. Whenever we click on that we should be redirected to that particular link. I'll just copy this 2 lines, and here I'll be pasting, and again here I'll be pasting that one. I'm just removing this. I'm just pasting the 2 lines. I'll save this. I'll refresh this one. Now everywhere I am having this. Okay, from second let me just remove this one. This is my second card. I'll just remove this. Now if I refresh this one, now here I am having this proper output. Now let me just give the stylings for this. Now inside this image you can see, inside this image we are having this bootstrap class. I'm just going to copy this class itself, and here I'll be pasting that class. Let me just copy again, and here I'm just going to paste that one. Now for this class we are just going to add some of the width and height. Okay, if we give that one it will be adjusted by itself. Now here I'll be giving width. I'm just going to give 100%. I'm just telling that whatever container I'm having, that cart container, it should take complete 100% of the width. Next I'll be giving here height. I just want 200 pixel. I'll save this. Now if I refresh you can see here I'm having the width as 100% and height as this one. But if you notice here my images are squeezed. I don't want that to happen. So for that here I am just going to give another property, that is nothing but object fit. Object fit to be contained. As soon as I give that one I will be getting the proper images. Now if I refresh this you can see here I am having proper images. Now my images are having complete 100% of the width. They are having height as 200 pixel, and also the object fit is contained. We have to give this so that our images will not get squeezed. Okay, this is how we are going to display the products. Now let me just uncomment the footer. I'll just come down, and from here I'm just going to uncomment the footer. Now if I refresh this you can see here I am having this footer. Now in place of hi I just want to display this Sidenav, where I am having this delivery brands and this categories. Now inside this column medium 2 I'm just going to give here BG secondary. I'll save this. I'll refresh this one. Now you can see this is the background color for that one. Now inside that we are just going to add this delivery brands and all these brands. Then we will be having this categories. Now inside this I'm just going to create UL. For this we are just going to use the same navbar classes. If you want you can use the list classes as well. Okay, now here I'm just going to write here navbar -nav, and also I'm just going to give here margin end to be auto. Inside this I'll be writing here li. For this I'll be giving the class as navbar item. Okay, that is nav item, and also I'm just going to give the color as BG info. Inside this I'll be creating anchor tag. For this I'll be writing here nav link. Okay, whatever we have done previously we are just doing the same thing. Okay, the only thing is I'm just typing here because typing is very important. Coding is very important whenever we are doing any kind of project. So here I'm just going to write that one, nav link, and inside this, as of now I'll be writing here hash. Inside this, first I'm just going to write here delivery brands. I'll save this. I'll just refresh this one. Now this is my first UL, and inside that I am having this output. Now this spacing, whatever we are having here, that is nothing but padding. So here I'm just going to give padding for this div container. I'll refresh this one. Now it is going to take complete 100%. Now whatever padding I was having, that is been gone. Now this delivery brands I just want in the middle, and also the text color should be white. So to change the text color, we have to give class inside this anchor tag, and here I'll be writing text to be light. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, now here I am having this output. Now for this delivery brands, this entire thing I'm just going to wrap inside H4, and here I'm just going to end that H4. Okay, so that I'll be getting larger heading. I'll refresh this. Now here I am having that. Now this I just want in the middle. So for this UL I'm just going to give here text to be center. I'll save this. I'll refresh this. Now here I am having that output. Now below that I just want to display all the brands. So as of now I'm just going to copy the code. I'll just paste that one here. Instead of this delivery brands, let me just write here brand 1. I'll be writing here brand 1. Okay, I'm not wrapping inside H4. I'll just copy this code now. I'll just copy this one, and here I'll be pasting that. I'll just change it to brand 2. Then below that I'm just going to paste. I'll just change it to brand 3. Then again I'll be pasting it here, brand 4. Okay, this dynamically we are going to get later. Then here I'll be writing brand 5. I'll save this. I'll refresh this one. Now here I am having all these things, but this background color is been applied to everything. I don't want that to happen. So for that, from all the list items, I'm just going to remove this background color. I want background color only for that particular first list item. I'll just remove this, and here I'll be closing this one, and also I'm just going to remove this background color. I'll save. I'll refresh. Now here I am having all the brands. Now below that I just want to display the categories. So I'll just copy this entire UL. I'll just copy this one. Before that, let me just write here comments. I'll just write here brands to be displayed. Below this I'll be writing one comment, categories to be displayed. Categories to be displayed. Below that I'm just going to paste the link. Now instead of this I'm just going to write here categories. Okay, rest everything will be same. I'll just copy this one, and here I'm just going to paste. I'll just write here 1. Here I'll be pasting, here, here, and here. I'm just going to paste that one. Here I'll write 2. Here I'll be writing 3, 4, and 5. I'll save this. I'll refresh this one. Now here I am having categories. Inside that all the categories will be displayed. Okay, this is how we are just going to display the categories and products. Okay, we are just divided the section into 2 parts. Inside row we are just wrapping this. First we have just taken column 10, and second we have just taken column 2. Inside column 10 we are just going to display the products, and inside column 2 we will be displaying all the categories and brands. Okay, this is the simple template of our website. Okay, this is completely static data. When we start inserting the product inside the database, only then we will see how to fetch this data, how to fetch this particular categories. Okay, now you don't focus on that. If you complete this basic template, only then you will be able to apply the PHP concepts. Now let me just come here. Let me just show you whatever we have done. Okay, I have just created one row. Inside that row I have just created 2 div containers. Okay, column 10 and column 2. Okay, this is the column 2. Inside column 10 I have just created another div with class row. So here I am just giving this containers. Okay, div containers which is having this 4. So totally 6 cards I have given. In the first row 3 cards will be displayed, and in the second row the rest 3 cards will be displayed, because 4 plus 4 plus 4 I will be having the 12, so only 3 cards will be displayed. If I give here 3, then 4 cards will be displayed. Okay, 3, 3, 3 if I give, then 4 cards will be displayed in each row. Okay, we have just copied the code from Bootstrap and we have just pasted that one here. Okay, we have given here image. For this card image top, we have just given some stylings. And we have added 2 buttons, add to cart button and view more button for all the cart items. Then inside this second column, we have just created this UL and we have given the same class name as navbar. Okay, if you want, you can give the list class name. Okay, whatever you, okay, you can directly copy the code from Bootstrap and you can paste that code here. And inside that we are having list item, and inside list item we are having anchor tag. Okay, this anchor tag is very important. Whenever we are clicking the links, we should be having the anchor tag. And inside this anchor tag, we are going to give that particular page wherever we have to perform the action. Okay, this is how we have done. We have displayed all these things. We have created the navbar. We have created this section, welcome guest and login section. We are having the simple name. We are having all the static products here. We are having the footer and we are having this side nav. Okay, this search is also been displayed properly. Okay, next we are going to create index page of admin, and inside that we will see how to insert the products, how to insert the categories and how to insert the brands. If we insert the product, only then we will be able to fetch the product. Okay, so let's get started into the admin section and let's create the pages for all those things.